Hello, hi peeps, how y'all doing today? So quick one, in Nigeria, this is the dry Hamilton season, and this can get our skins cracked and peeling and itchy all over. And this is a time for us to be deliberate about taking care of our skin. Our skincare routine has to be very deliberate. Now, for me, that is close to 50, I tend to, in fact, before now, I always love to nurture my skin. I avoided anything that is harsh and caustic, because I know that's the old age is coming. So it's the way you live your life as a youth. That's how your old age is going to speak to you. If you live positive, it's waiting. If you live roughly, it's waiting for you. So you need to be deliberate. Start being deliberate from now. Like some people will say they don't believe that I'm almost 50. Oh well, that's because I was deliberate about taking care of myself. Now, I wear dreads. You can see my dreads. I wear dreads, and my dreads are pretty healthy, like people have been telling me. One secret about dreads is making sure your hair is hydrated. Your dreadlocks must always be hydrated. So I do that by always having this spray bottle. Can be any kind of spray bottle, but this is my body spray I use. So I have a lot at home, so I don't need to buy. So I get my spray bottle, and I get the pulp from my aloe vera and mix it with water and put in my spray bottle and just spray on my hair to hydrate it daily. If you want your dreads not to start dropping off and breaking, yes, dreads also break, you need to keep your dreads hydrated. Aloe vera is very good. Carrot oil is also very good. I also have a tutorial on how to make aloe vera oil. You need to look for that, or better still, I can just add the link to both tutorials on this video I'm sending to you. Now, as you have noticed, I don't have any makeup on. Like, don't get me wrong, I love wearing makeup, I do, but I also believe that makeup, there are different types of kinds of makeup for different kinds of events or outings. Some people don't know that. Yes, there are different kinds of makeup or types of makeup for different kinds or types of outings. But for now, this period, your skin really needs to be hydrated. You need to also hydrate your skin and keep it on the minimal side, because your skin is going to crack, it's going to chip, and you start having breakouts. Now, what I do is, I'm not a lotion person because I sweat a lot. I have a combination skin type. My face is oily, not too oily, intermediate, but oily, and my skin is just normal. But my body, is normal, not oily. So what I do is, most times I just use rose water. Now I'm doing this tutorial based on requests from people. I'm doing this video, based on requests and comments I've had from people. So this is what I use. You can use any good rose water you can find. In those days I used Boots, but along the line it became adulterated and became an issue to get original Boots products, except I asked my friends abroad to send to me and all that. But until I found this in a particular shop at Gariki Market, Old Gariki Market, Abuja, and so I got this. So this is all I use. I don't mix it with anything. Strange, right? I don't mix it. And it's specifically for my face and my neck region, because I pretty much get discoloration. If you look at my body is lighter than my face, and my face is even okay now. I avoid the sun like a plague, and imagine I'm dark. And when I tell people that I get sunburn, say, Auntie, but you're black now. What do you mean now? Some people can just talk out of points, because anyways, ignorance. So I tell them you can get sunburned even if you are dark skinned. So you need to protect your skin. Initially, I was using sunscreen and all that, but it makes me sweat more, like I said. So I now resorted to, if I must go out, and wearing white braid hats to cover my face. My skin, my neck region will get burnt, but we get discolored, but it won't. Within, by the time I get home, you can actually see it changing back to its usual color, but my face remains that way. So I had to be proactive to protect myself. Whatever. So what I do is, when I'm going out, since after hydrating my moisturizing with my rose water, I let it sit for a while, and then all I do, because remember, like I said, I have oily skin on my face, I just use my brown compact powder on my face. I use my compact powder on my face, and I'm good to go. Good to go. That's all I use on my face. And I'm not saying you should do that, but you ask how my beauty regimen is. That's why I'm saying this, and it will really help you. It will help you, because look at my face. And finally, your lip is very important, and that is one place that harmattan will hit like a bolt. Bam! You see chips everywhere because your lip is dry, and you tend to want to lick it, and that's a mistake. Once you lick your lip, oh, get ready for more. And for those of, I love matte lipsticks, and matte lipsticks normally will even dry your lips. Now add that to the dry air, thin air the harmattan season brings. You don't want to tread that path. So what I do is I just use lip gloss. You can use lip balm. And you're good to go. Now this my lip gloss is colored. It's a bit colored, so you can see that my lips are not really red, but you can see a touch of the color on my lips, and I'm good to go. Now, another secret I wish to tell my sisters that are 40 and above, you see, is eye region. This eye region and makeup don't sit well. Yes, what I mean is eyeshadows. If you use bright colored eyeshadows on your eyes, you know what I'm talking about. You see your eyes cracking up, the makeup cracking up and all that. It really doesn't sit well, so you really don't use too much once you cross 40. Like my beautiful friend of blessed memory, Monica, would say, less is much. Less is more. Okay, less is more. And when you get older, less is actually more, and it makes you look regal, elegant, rather than looking twitched or stretched. Because by the time you add too much makeup, concentrate on adding too much makeup to your eye region, you start looking like an overstretched doll, wrap doll. Oh well, that's me. Do you? Finally, I'm just going to quickly add this. For my caterer friends and for those coming up that want to be caterers, I wish to tell you, if you see my tutorials or watch my tutorials, you notice that I don't use too much seasoning. I rather use natural seasoning. One, health sake. Cancer is here, there, the cancer of this, that. It's from what we eat, we put into our mouth. So if you can avoid it to the barest minimum, why not? Make use of local herbs for your seasoning. Iru, that's local spice. Even if you must use, because yes, as a caterer, you must spice or bring it up a bit, a notch. Don't use too much, and don't use too many. For instance, I have this some girls that come to work with me. A particular one came to me and said, "Ma, I've not seen a woman, a caterer like you. I've worked with a lot of caterers, but you're different." I said, "Why?" So because the last person she worked for, she had Maggi, these different types of, okay, in our local palace we call all bouillon cube Maggi. So she had different kinds of Maggi, different kinds of bouillon cubes, and when she's cooking, she will put Maggi star, she will put Maggi onion, Maggi potato, she will mix all of them to see. That's poison. At the end of the day, the food will not be sweet. The food will just be meh, 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 meh. You see, cooking is an art. Yeah. Cooking is an art. When you love cooking, you romance it. You romance your food when you're cooking. You take time. There's time to put salt. There's time to put seasoning. There's time. For instance, I know somebody that is cooking meat. She doesn't season. She doesn't boil her meat, cook her meat before adding tomatoes. She just puts raw meat, raw tomatoes, and put it on the fire and let everything boil together. How will that food taste nice? It definitely will not taste nice. So when we tell you, okay, you put it for 5 minutes, let it saute a bit. It's not like we like speaking English. You understand? You need to learn how to cook. Yes, you need to learn how to cook. There's an art, there's a science in cooking. It's just like you being a chemist, you want to add sulfuric acid and alkaline, all those chemical words we learned in secondary school. What do you think is boom? Error, E for error, like I would tell my students. At the end of the day, you sit down and you start pondering, now why my food not be sweet? Now you're on the day. You want your food to be sweet or more. You need to settle down, and you don't rush when you're cooking. You don't rush. You feel, okay, let me just quickly put this and this together. Like, hey, what's the time? That food, now rush food you eat. You want to cook, and although another thing about cooking is, at times they enter hand, at times they come out for hand. Yes, I must say that. The times that you prepare this food will be awesome, because even us that are into vlogs, cooking vlogs. So anyway, wrapping up. I don't want this. I actually didn't want this tutorial to be this. I keep saying tutorial, teacher. I actually don't want this video to be too long. Right now, it's already too long, and I don't want to edit it because I really want you to hear all this. You know, there are times I just want to talk and I come out and talk. There are times I do live and I'll say, okay, I will say this. By the time I come live, I've forgotten all I wanted to say, and I just say a bit and I run away. So I say, okay, so I'm making a live today. Let me do a pre-recorded video and send out. So I love you all. Please continue to encourage me. I can feel the love, and you love me, and I love you guys. I love you, love. Mwah. Okay. Share my videos. Share my videos. Share my videos. I love. Merry Christmas in advance, and a happy and prosperous New Year in advance as well. Stay blessed. Joyce Minnie, the Diva Chef, signing out. Tada, I love you.